go. Que lo que mi gente, it's your girls Nati and Brit. I feel like it's
We
been hella
here.
long. I
I
know. It
know.
feels like, you feel me? We missed you guys. We really, really miss you. But
100%.
we
A bitch
back
passed
and
her classes
better.
though. I just want to put that out there. So
Period.
shout out to y'all. All A's.
Scholarly.
Ooh,
That's how we
girl.
do
And
it.
this all the time. Good grades is the way to be.
Mm. Book smart and street smart.
Drake said it best.
Period. Shout out to Poppy Champagne. But or Champagne Poppy, that's what he is, huh?
I don't know, but he's still sexy, so it don't even matter.
So, for today's episode, we are talking all about this vaccine. Honestly, on my end, I have not really researched much into it. Most likely because I'm not probably gonna take it. Like in my head, I'm kind of like no. But I will be doing research, I promise. And yeah, but I know Britt's a little bit more educated on this part. She's been like informing me a lot. Um, and then some of my other friends too. Shout out Charlene. She's definitely taught me a lot about like the whole medical field and everything. So let's get right into it, y'all. So we could all learn together and be informed. And obviously, please do your research on your end as well. Like, don't just take our word for it. Um, just always make sure you're doing your research when it comes to anything you're gonna put in your body or get. So let's get started. So,
I guess I'll start it off. Okay, so I am a vaccine child. I'm a vaccine baby. My parents vaccine me. I think growing up, all my whole life I've received all my vaccines. Now as I am an adult and I can make my own decisions, not my parents making them for me, I realize the possible harm that they could cause to my body. Like there's a major side effects to taking vaccines that I don't think are discussed in the media as much.
mm-hmm.
It's more like they say like, oh yeah, there's a chance, but like it's happening to a lot of people, like the side effects and stuff like that. So I think especially like in our community, Latinos and Latinas and Latinx community tend to believe everything that the government is telling them. Like,
Mm,
yeah, this vaccine will help you with this. Oh, yeah, this vaccine will help you with this. But our community, I should say, is not educated in what in reality is in the vaccines.
mm-hmm.
So now I'm shout out to Jasmine because she be keeping my third eye woke. You feel me? And so she literally, like, we have this conversation all the time where like there's so many things in vaccines that people are not realizing, and they're literally could like cause harm to your body, like for example, prime example, how many people have a peanut allergy?
A
That
lot.
is a reaction from a vaccine.
Oh,
Like,
really?
and a lot of people don't know that. Yes, like
Oh.
common allergies, like those are reactions from vaccines, from being vaccinated. Like your body, yeah,
Mm.
those are reactions. So a lot of people think, oh yeah, the vaccine, like this and that, and it's just like, no, like, yo, you have no idea what exactly you're putting into your body. And I think what's even more shameful is that all these celebrities, politicians are talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the first one to like get vaccinated on national television, blah blah blah. And I'm like, bro, how do I know that you're just not putting water into your freaking in your little tubito and putting into your body while I'm over here freaking gonna take it,
Yeah.
can have serious side effects, and you might not see the side effects now, you might see it in 5, 10, 15, 20 years,
Yeah.
and so I'm now anti-vaccines. Like like no,
Yeah.
no, 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 absolutely not. And the funny part is I have like a little test trial baby. So Jasmine's niece has no vaccines. And right now she's been living her happily ever after life. She's like going on 3 years old, and she's like a regular kid, like, like
Yeah.
they give her vitamins, keep her immune system up, like, and she's fine, and she hasn't got COVID, and she's a child, and she be out and about, like on the playground like a regular kid, like. So I'm strongly against vaccines personally. How about you?
I'm like you. I'm a vaccine baby too. I think a lot of the time I've gotten them because I've had to get them for school. Like my school didn't
Yeah.
let me go to school unless I got like
Mm-hmm.
X amount of things. But then also too, I don't really think um it was a thing that my parents knew that they had the option to like not to refuse that for me, you know?
Yep.
Now with this, so like I guess my thing was um like I've never gotten the flu shot, and one thing about me, I don't take medicine. Not when I have really bad headaches all the time. I don't take Tylenol, I don't take nothing. I'm very pro like just give me my tea, let me take some juice, you know. I don't like putting pills in my body or medicine in my body.
Mhm.
So with this, I was kind of like it makes it seem that it's more mandatory, like we're being forced upon to get this. It's not like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, like it's not like the flu shot where it's like, okay, you know it's there and you could go walk in and get it. But this vaccine, it seems like it's very like the government's gonna come knock on my door if I don't take it, you know. And I think that's the part that's scary, because it's kind of like, how do I know that it's even going to work for me? Because everybody is different.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? And these are trials. And like, um, my friend was explaining it to me, like how not just like this vaccine, but vaccines in general, how they come about.
Yeah.
And there's so many trials, you guys, before it could be even called a cure. So to me, it's kind of like, well, this is the first thing that's come up. So how do I know this is like safe? How do I know this is good? You know?
Yeah.
And
No, you're
then
supposed to just believe 3 weeks or 6 weeks into a trial that, oh, yeah, 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 it's only for emergency use. How do you know that those side effects are not going to kill a person later? Like,
exact and then but also too, it's like, okay, so this is for COVID, correct? So what about the people who have different or other things going on in their body besides COVID?
yeah.
You know what I mean? What about people who have diabetes? What about people who have cancer? What about people who have like high cholesterol, high blood pressure? Obviously, I'm not a medical doctor, I'm not any type of professional, but these are things that run through my head, and these are questions that everyday humans like me in society will have, because to me, I like to ask a lot of questions like, okay, but not only that, I like to do my research and make sure that I have physical proof that this will work. You know, I'm not just
Yeah.
going to take somebody's word for it, because like, you know, like what about if they're telling me a
Exactly.
lie just to like get me to do this? Like, I don't trust anybody, so I'm gonna trust myself when I see it with my own eyes. And like, if I know that my body will potentially not have so many side effects. Prime example, birth control, ladies. How
Yep.
many birth controls are there that we have to literally, it's a trial and error, you know?
Yep.
Like, I don't know. Like, this is,
Exactly.
oh, so to me, um, yeah, Jasmine definitely definitely is a friend who's opened my eyes a lot.
Mhm.
Um, and even talking to Brittany, you know, like I think it's something that shouldn't be forced upon. Um, if you want it, cool. But I don't think that I would be taking it. And then it sucks too, because I think like I see that there's a lot of like talk about how if you want to travel again or go on an airplane, you're gonna need to show
Oh,
proof
yeah.
that you take it. And I'm just like,
That even
because
makes
I'm
it
a
more
person that loves to
sketch.
travel. Yes, I love traveling. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? And the fact that this might be like hindering me from doing what I want, it's kind of like, well, why do I have to sacrifice something? Like, it's kind of like you're making a sacrifice for a sacrifice, you know? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just a lot of things that play into it. But long story short, guys, I'm very, very on,
The
on,
anti.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Same. Honestly, I just think that's one of those things where why exactly, like you said, why should I have to choose between now, like, to even go to school, like, oh no, that you have to get vaccines, because if not, you have to prevent from you getting sick. And it's like we promote vaccine, 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 but we don't promote good health. We still got a McDonald's on every
Yes.
block. We still got
Girl,
a fast food area
yes.
on every block. Bro, I literally live down the street from like freaking um what's this place, Wingstop, Little Caesars, Jamaican Chinese food,
Yeah.
Chinese food, freaking
Yeah.
Snappers. Like, bro,
And
that's like 10 different places on a block, but yet we don't promote healthy living. But you know what? Healthy
yeah.
living, right? You want to do that, but yeah, you got to pay more than junk food. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what? Yeah. I think there's so many factors that play into that. I actually read the book from the McDonald's founder, or he
Mhm.
wasn't the founder, but he went on to basically grow McDonald's into what it is today. And
Yeah.
I think there's like X amount of miles that like in the United States, you can't travel more. Like every like I think 60 miles, you'll find a McDonald's
Oh,
anywhere.
I believe it. Yep.
Yeah. And I think in this pandemic, it's very sad to see how like we've had to shut down small businesses. Some are like smoothie places, some are like even in our own Latino community who are trying to put that out there. Like we need more healthy choices. We have to
Yeah.
close them down, but we
Even
still
vegan
have McDonald's.
options, like there's no
Yeah.
vegan option restaurants, like they barely get any funding and stuff like that. Or if
Yeah.
not, oh, it's too expensive, which is like, why don't we normalize that, you know? So like everyone's so quick to do like the whole, yeah, vaccine, medical, this, and now
Mm-hmm.
everyone wants to be concerned for their medical thing. But like, look what you're eating on a daily basis. Yo, cow's milk, that's the real joke right there. Come on now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And I think that's just what it is. Like we prom as a society, we take the word of like someone who's higher up who has this certain title, but we don't do our research. So I think like um one with this whole like vaccine, like we I don't think there's enough research done on society's end to make sure that like okay, so what exactly am I putting in my body? I think people
mm-hmm.
just like the fact that it will be convenient so that way it normalizes real life again. um or we could go back to being how we used to where we don't have to wear a mask and all this stuff. But like just because you take a shot doesn't mean that everything's going to go back to normal within a minute, you know,
Yeah.
like this takes time.
And they said that
um
too on like on
oh
news media
really?
sites. Yeah, but they were saying in the sense of like, oh, like it's not effective for some people to take the vaccine. It will only be effective once everyone takes the vaccine, and that's when it'll make like a change. Because just like for example, I think now only like first responders, medical people, like
Mhm.
they're able to take the vaccine now, and
Mhm.
so it, and then people who are seriously ill, and I think the elderly as well. So all those people can
Okay.
take it, but still we have to wear the mask. We still have to have the
Mhm.
mandates. We
Mhm.
still have to do all these things. And then once every, I think it has to be, I don't know how many millions of people take the vaccine, then that's when you'll see an effectiveness to the vaccine. Because you're not going to see it in the beginning. People are still going to be
G-
dying.
Yeah,
And
and
again,
that's what I'm like. It's not gonna vanish this. You know what I mean? And like,
yep.
it, like, is a vaccine considered a cure? No, right? It just helps you to like.
No, yeah, it's not 100% either.
Yeah.
They said
Okay.
that
So
too.
like to me, that's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
okay, people. I think people get that confused. Like this is not a cure. This is basically the same shit as getting a flu shot. And even with the flu shot,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many people get the flu. Like that's why to me, it's
Yeah.
kind of like why no. Like I know exactly every year when my tonsils will swell up.
Mm-hmm.
I know exact take my tea. If I
Yeah.
really, really need it, I'll get my amoxicillin for sure
Yeah.
because that helps me. But otherwise, you know what I mean? So to me, I just think I don't
Girl.
know. It's like LOL society. Like we are dumb, you know.
Oh, I
And
know.
then
Or
I
there, I
see the
think,
people. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I was gonna say no. I think that we're dumb in the sense of like we're too trustworthy to a government. Like, do you
Hmm.
really think that they're gonna tell us the truth? Our society as a whole, we're not prepared for the truth. That all hell will break loose if real shit, real facts were to come out. Our society is not prepared for that. Like
Yeah.
even now, we barely know. We are on the surface of knowing anything, and like look how we act. There's mass shootings daily. There's crazy people out on the streets. There's arguments between different races, like
Hmm.
discrimination, social injustices, like, and we haven't
Yeah.
even gotten to like the inner circle of what the hell is going on with America, right? So like obviously they're not going to tell us the truth, and they're going to be like, oh my god, right now so many people have been arguing with this whole mask mandate thing. So many people have been against each other for X, Y, and Z reasons. Do you really think that they're going to sit here, and you don't think that they're rushing to have this whole like quote unquote vaccine, obviously because they want people to like think that they can normalize and go back to the way that society was, you know?
Hmm.
And in
Hmm.
reality, like it's not going to be like that. Like if you
Yeah.
not.
I think it's sad how the people who are trying to spread awareness about like just living a healthy lifestyle, you know, like to
Mm-hmm.
promote strengthening your immune system, how you can decline because that is a right. You can decline
Mm-hmm.
it. I think it's sad how people are just making fun of them like, oh lol, like look at this hippie. Or no, I don't even think they're hippies at all. I think they're just people who are trying to spread a different perspective. And as society, that's the thing, like that's literally the problem with society is nobody could
Yeah.
have a different perspective or opinion.
Oh my
So
god.
Like we all have to be
All
like
hell breaks
one,
loose.
you know? That
Mm-hmm.
like that's why there's racism. That's why people are like bitching that you have to wear a mask. That's why people are, like everybody like no. And then it's just it creates chaos. Like that's why it's so chaotic.
Yeah.
And yeah, but that is a thing, people. You could definitely decline it. And Britt will tell us how exactly we could legally decline
Yes. So I was doing some research, you feel me? And here are a couple things that I feel like you guys should know if you are one of those people that do want to decline from taking the vaccine. Also, if you want to take the vaccine, that is at your own risk as well. I'm not saying
it.
that you're an idiot for taking it. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that at all. That's your
Mhm.
business
No,
because,
we're not
like,
promoting that. Like that's your
yeah,
yeah.
that's your choice. You know, like my
Mhm.
grandfather, he is taking the vaccine as soon as he is able to, and so will my grandmother be, because
Oh wow.
he grew up in the generation that thinks that doesn't think that the government it will give something to their society that will harm them, because he's one
Okay.
of those people that he grew up in the 50s, 60s, in
Mhm.
that era or whatever, like when he was like a
Mhm.
teen and stuff like that. He was born in like 40 something. So he was born in the 40s. So yeah, so 40s,
Oh.
50s, that era. So he
Yeah.
is one of those people, he's like, "Oh no, like I'm going to take it." Like he's like set on it, and I tried to explain to him, and he's like, "No, like I'm crazy." And I was like, "Okay, then I'm crazy. Whatever. I still love your grandpa." You know?
Yeah.
And so but no, he said he's gonna take it because in the sense of like for him, he's the type of person that takes the flu shot all the time. Like they take the flu shot.
Mm.
My even my abuela takes the flu shot. Actually, I
Oh
my
wow.
abuela said though, I don't think she's taking this vaccine shit though. I think she's like, yeah, no, he'll pass up on this.
Yeah.
But yeah, but no, my grandfather said that he'll take it because in the sense like for him, they live up north and it's just them two. So right now, since February, I want to say,
Mhm.
they've been isolated in their home.
Oh
Like
wow.
one, none of us, like we usually try to go twice a year to see them, and so
Mhm.
now like none of us have been able to see them, and like they're old. Like my grandparents are like in their 80s almost,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
so like for them like they can't get around like before, like
Mhm.
no, like they don't grow. They don't, right now they haven't gone grocery shopping. Like my dad sends like a little Amazon, like an Instacart or whatever,
Oh yeah.
and they drop
Mhm.
off the groceries at the door and stuff like that. And like my
Mhm.
grandmother, she has like Alzheimer's, so like
Mhm.
her memory, like before, she thought that she could like walk to the mail. Now my grandfather has to like let her know, like no, like there's a pandemic going on, like you can't do
Mhm.
that. So
Mhm.
for him, he'll take it in the sense of like he hopes that he'll be able to return to some type of normalcy, in the
Mhm.
sense of like they can do like their basic necessities, like going to the grocery store,
Yeah, of
or like
course. Yeah.
going to like they have avoid going to the doctor's office because like they're
Germs.
because yeah, because of that, like they're at high risk, you feel me? Like
Mhm.
if
Mhm.
you're at high risk, like it's hard, and
Yeah.
you want whatever like they're gonna give you, so you can at least be able to see like a health professional. So I do see the sense of like for them why they would take it, compared to like
Mhm.
me, who's someone who's young. I boost my immune system literally every day, take all my vitamins and stuff like that, like it's easier for me to be like, no, I'm not going to take it if I don't need it. But I
Yeah.
can understand why people who do need it and do have to take it, like I'm not going to be like, oh no, like you're an idiot. I'm going to let you know what is in the vaccine though, I'll let you know that, but at the end of the day you make your own choice.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
and
And I think
and
that's
still
like it's good that it's all respectful. Like that's what I just don't like.
exactly,
Like if you're
yeah,
for the vaccine, wonderful. If you're not for the vaccine, wonderful too. Like I'm not here to judge you or to force something down your throat. Like why the fuck do you
yeah.
think like that? Oh, you're so stupid. Oh, well, da 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 da. Da. No,
Mhm.
we could have a conversation that's like, okay, well, you want it. Totally see your grandpa's side. Like honestly, I didn't even think about it like that. Like I really don't.
Yeah.
But I'm also a 24 year old woman whose
Yeah.
lungs are like young as hell, like i
Mhm.
I'm the one going and running the errands for my family, where like I want them to be safe and I don't have to
Yeah.
expose them to that. But that is a good point, like um but at the end of the day too, it's still not a cure,
Yeah.
like I think that's
Exactly.
where like, okay, so this is like I guess a step in the right direction, but also too, um
You could
we
put
still
yourself
have to
more at
advocate for
risk
like a
than
cure.
like Exactly. Exactly. I feel like that's so true because, like, you people have to realize too, this is not a cure, like you said. Like, this is
Mhm.
probably in a step in the right direction for certain
Mhm.
people, yeah. But you also could be putting yourself in a predicament where you can end up worse than what you already started with. Because,
Mhm.
like, bro,
Mhm.
look at the people now who have freaking, some people have developed, like, some of the studies and people's reactions from the vaccine were like Bell's palsy, where like half of their face is paralyzed and stuff like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like that's a reaction like from a
Yeah.
vaccine, you know. And is it gonna happen to everybody? No, but like it's happened to a numerous amount of people, you know. And I
Mhm.
think that's the most important thing, where everyone's saying, oh my god, the vaccine, like the vaccine's being promoted so much, but it's kind of scary when you don't see what are the side effects to the
Yeah.
vaccine. I feel
Mhm.
like I would feel more comfortable if I knew exactly all the side effects that were, or like the side effects that were reported because of the vaccine. Because right now everything is what they make it seem like is, oh no, everything's good, everything's good, everything's good. And you're gonna tell me out of all the people that taken this trial vaccine that none of them, they've all been perfect.
Yeah. Mhm.
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 It
And I
comes
think
with,
that's just what it is. Like it's more it comes down to transparency and communication
exactly,
where that's
exactly.
why certain people don't trust it and certain people do trust it, which
Yep.
totally get. But at the end of the day, like I think there needs to be more transparency, especially since it is something that affects our health, you know, whether people
Yeah.
like it or not, whether people believe in COVID or not, people have died. Okay. Like a lot of people aren't going to be home for Christmas this year. A lot of people weren't at
Facts.
Thanksgiving dinner tables. So,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to do with this information, take it. But just remember, like, please wear your mask. Please sanitize yourself. Because if anything, this
Yeah.
has opened up my eyes to like these are germs that happens everywhere, you know, like germs are
Mm-hmm.
fucking everywhere. Don't be sharing your drinks with people. Um don't not wash your hands. That's just gross. Okay. Wash your fucking
Yeah.
hands.
And take
Be a
vitamins, bro. Look into vitamin,
yeah.
vitamin D3,
Learn your
zinc.
body. Like
Yeah,
honestly, learn your
turmeric,
body.
all of that.
Yeah, like and even like that stuff, yeah, but also too like maybe you have like an iron deficiency or maybe
Yeah.
you need like I don't know, like more whatever they're called, you know, like seriously, learn your body. I think this has motivated me more to get checkups, to go not
Yeah.
only with like a checkup of how my physical health is, but as a woman, you know, we need to go get pap smears, we need to go get breast cancer screenings, we need to go get like all of these
Facts.
things, you know, it doesn't just stop from our immune system. Like it goes for our whole bodies.
Yes.
Um,
Facts.
so if I can motivate you to do anything from this episode, is just one, learn your body, and two, take precautions because it's gonna like I have
Amen.
family members who didn't do it and shit hit the fucking fan. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
don't wait till like
Yeah.
you get the news from the doctor like you got cancer or you got 6 months to live. Like no, do it now
Yeah.
because time's a gift, guys.
Exactly.
Like time is such a fucking gift.
I know that, and like you only have one life. Like it's time now, like you said, to take that step. You know, even me and
Mm-hmm.
Nati now, bro. We've been trying to get on our fitness stuff. Well, right now I've been slacking because you know we got finals and stuff like that. But like
Period.
even
It's
then,
okay.
like it's more like it's more like really like putting yourself in those like predicaments and shit like that, where you're just
Mhm.
like, you know what, it's time for me to love myself more than I love like everything else. You know, because like
Yeah,
if you're
your
not taking
body
the
is a
time,
temple, bro. Like
yeah, even like going
legit.
outside and looking at the sun or like spending some fresh air, girl, like
Yeah.
literally that helps so much. Like you don't understand, that helps release stress actually a lot.
Mhm.
Like and
Yeah.
again, so many like for example, I hear YouTube has been censoring people who have been posting how to like boost up your immune system and stuff like that. So they've
Mm.
been like censoring stuff, you feel me? So like it's our responsibility as a society to like, yo, let one another, what, like let each other know, like, yo, what are you taking, what are your vitamins? Every time I meet with people, I'm like, well, not initially meet with them, but like all my friends, I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
what are you taking for vitamins? Like, what are you doing? Like, what's your routine, you know? Like, because it's so good to share that information. Like so many people like in
Yeah.
my family too, like when they see me walking around with all my little pills and shit like that, I'm like, yo, like this is real. Like I'm finna take my elderberry, I'm finna take my turmeric, I'm gonna take my vitamin C, my D3 every single day. Cause why? Like I don't want to get sick. Like I think it was around like 2 weeks ago. Well, guys, I had COVID. For those of you that didn't watch the episode, right?
Mhm.
So whatever, I already had COVID. Your girl survived. You feel me? And so, but I got like a cold like 2 weeks ago, I think it was, right? And usually before I started taking my vitamins, when I get a cold, I'm like sick for like a month, like bad,
Mm.
like it's bad, right? And mind
Mhm.
you, this is pre-COVID. So now I got like a little cold or whatever, and like it literally was like 2 3 days that it was more
That's
like,
good.
and I because I've been taking my vitamins, and even then when I noticed the cold, I started doubling up on my vitamin C. And then I
Mhm.
realized like a couple of days after, I think it was like 2 or 3 days after, it was done. That was it. And I was like, yo, like we also have to remember that it is flu season. Like that's
Yes,
still a thing.
yes.
Like that's not being
Yeah.
talked about, but yes, flu season is in effect as well. So it's not necessarily that you have COVID, you can just have the flu. And it's the
Mhm.
same exact symptoms. And probably when you're doing your COVID test, you're getting false positives saying that you have COVID, but in reality, you can just have the regular flu. Because they all, I think that if I'm not mistaken, the flu and COVID have the same SARS, SARS, or whatever it's called, I think, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm
Oh,
not
I'm not too
mistaken.
sure.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's what that is, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend you guys literally do your research, look into it, and here are a couple ways that you can legally decline a vaccine. Guys, remember always be respectful when you're talking to like doctors or any medical
Mhm.
providers. One, they are working around the clock. Let's be honest.
Hell yeah.
COVID or not COVID, they have been working around the clock. So you acting belligerent while talking to them and telling them, no, this is all a hoax, this is fake. It's like you're just making their day more stressful. So I'm gonna give you some tips to respectfully decline COVID-19 so that you don't look crazy because people are gonna be like, oh look, it's another one of those crazy people. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's like, no, you could show that you've done your research, that you know what's in the vaccine, and you can respectfully decline it. Okay,
Yeah.
so when your doctor asks you, hey, you want to take the vaccine, first thing you should ask them is, does the vaccine have MRC5 in it? So what MRC5 is, it contains aborted fetal cells and other DNA. If a vaccine contains MRC5, you have the right to decline it. So basically, all those fetal cells from like abortions and stuff like that, they put that into your vaccine. All right. So yeah, I think it's the aborted fetal cells and other DNAs. God only knows what the other DNAs are. So
Mhm.
yeah, so I think that's something that a lot of the vaccines have, that and it's not just the COVID vaccine, it's just vaccines in general. And
Mhm.
it's weird, but I mean, it's a little satanic in
Yeah.
my book, but yeah,
Yeah, it
so
makes me want to look that
definitely,
up. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I'm telling you, these are things that, again, that they do not explain to us when we're
Mhm.
getting it, because, again, you have to do your own research before you take a vaccine. That's
Yeah.
why it's so important to do that. Another thing that you can also ask the doctor when you're declining respectfully from taking a vaccine, you can also ask if there's a possibility of a latrogenic reaction. And what that is an adverse reaction caused by multiple compounds or drugs interacting with each other from a vaccine. So basically, you can get like kind of like a negative reaction from the different things found in the vaccine as well. So if it can cause that, um, then you can also be like, okay, you know what? Thank you so much, but at this time, I choose to decline. Okay.
Mm.
So, and then also remember too, the doctor has to answer you truthfully. They take an oath before they become a medical profession, that that they have to tell the truth. They have to tell you what exactly it is, because if not, they can lose their medical license. And there's no way in hell that they're gonna lie to you and tell you no. Oh, I hope. I mean, there's a possibility, but I'm
Mhm.
really hoping that they will give you the right response, that to the question that you're asking, in order for you to decline. Because if not, like, they can possibly lose their license for not telling you the truth, to be honest.
Mhm.
So, and I'm pretty sure that they don't want to lose their money. Let's be honest. So those are the different ways that you can definitely legally and respectfully decline vaccines. I highly doubt that. I think if you are anti-vaccines, please don't be looking belligerent out in these streets.
Yeah.
Please, 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 because you need to have the facts behind you. Okay? You need to be like,
Not only
listen,
that, it's like I think we've done enough yelling, fighting in these streets,
yes,
like looking like wackos. Like, honestly, bros, you go to the doctor, be fucking respectful. You know, you
exactly.
don't want it, you don't want it. No, thank you. and let them know, like, oh, unfortunately, I'm going to decline, or I would like to decline. You don't have to say unfortunately, because it has MR5. Is that what it is?
MRC5, yeah. Or
MRC5.
if it has the possibility of you having a latrogenic reaction as well, you're able to decline. That's super important. I'm just hoping now that this vaccine thing can still be optional. I hope it's not mandated for everyone because I will probably
Yeah.
lose my shit then. I
Yeah.
promise you, like, I'm
Yeah.
not getting it. Like,
Yeah.
100%, like 100%, I am not getting it. Like, I will probably move out of the country before I have to get a vaccine. So, and I think it's gonna be harder because I know in Florida, I think Republicans are more like the Trumpers, I want to say. They're like anti-vaccines, I guess. And so I know Ron DeSantis at least has been like, I don't know if in the sense of like, I don't think he's gonna mandate it for us compared to like, I
Mm,
know a lot of Democratic states that are like pro like vaccine. So
mm,
hopefully, I hope that all around should be your right to decline or accept a vaccine. I think that we should all still have that right. And I
mm-hmm.
also hope that I don't have to take, in order to take a flight, I have to take the vaccine. In order for kids to be registered into school, they have to take the vaccine.
Yeah.
Because I think I don't think that's correct at all, actually.
Mm-hmm. Definitely agree. I'm praying, man, praying for humanity
I
because
know.
things are
Me
crazy.
too.
Honestly, it's about to be 3 more months, or it's already been a year since the first COVID. It's about to be a
Mm-hmm.
year since we went on lockdown.
Yeah.
Um, if just be respectful. I have a lot of nurse friends, and it breaks my heart every time they post a story. One of my good friends from middle school, yesterday she posted a story of her breaking down because a patient yelled at her. And you guys have to remember too, like, they're learning just like we're learning about COVID, like,
Yeah.
and they can't. We could put this shit on pause. Everybody, we're in our homes watching Netflix, on the online for work, but we're really not working because we're on Instagram,
Yeah.
going to Target, doing whatever. They still have to clock in to their like 72-hour, 100-hour shifts because people are there. And let's be honest, people are still sick. People still have
Yeah.
cancer that need to go get their treatment. People still have diabetes. People still get sick in general. It's fucking flu season.
Yeah.
Just wear your damn mask. Take precautions. You could get COVID. Just go into fucking Target. I just highly suggest getting tested on the reg. If you're out on the reg, you should be getting tested on the reg.
Oh,
There are free
facts.
tests that are out there for sure. You just gotta do
Even
your
though they
research.
probably are taking your DNA and cloning you, but I do
This
think,
point, honestly, we're being tracked with our fucking phones.
bro,
Our phones have our
exactly.
fingerprint. They see us through our cameras.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's
I
it's
hate you,
okay, you guys. We're not alone.
bro.
Okay.
I all I ask for, please, government, is just put my clone in Europe. Please
Yeah.
don't
Or
put her
like,
in the same place as me. Come on, let her live her best life in Europe. Come on, we
yeah.
only need one
Let
Britney
it
in
be
Miami.
foreign.
That's enough. We don't need any more. But
Yeah.
honestly, though, definitely get tested regularly. I personally will never get that nasal test again, but I will do the mouth swabs. I don't mind the mouth swabs. That nasal, they got a piece of
Yeah.
my brain
Actually,
right there.
yeah.
Right there.
Here it
Let me
was
tell you.
self. I had to do it.
Oh
Yeah.
no, you got me bent. There's no
No,
way I
but
could do it
they
to
like it didn't
myself.
hurt at all. Like, I was not uncomfortable or anything. Like, they had a line like on the swab, and I just
How
had to
long
like
was your
stick it.
steak?
I don't remember. It was like pretty, honestly, it was so fast. I was like so shook. I was like, damn, a lot of people were like making it seem like it was worse. But
Oh
yeah, they did the
no,
nasal
that lady
one,
said
and that
what?
didn't hurt
And I
me.
was like,
Yeah. It didn't. Well, my sister said that it bothered her, but me and my brother, it was fine. But yeah,
lucky
guys, just honestly get
no.
tested on the reg. Especially if
Yeah,
you live with people, elderly people,
yeah.
they are there. Make healthy choices, do your research, and just be a nice fucking human being, okay? This world is going to shits, so just be fucking nice because you don't know if you're gonna be
Amen.
here tomorrow or the person you talk
Yeah,
to is gonna be here tomorrow. Like, seriously, today is such a gift. Just be a fucking nice person, okay?
I
It's a ripple
agree.
effect. Do something nice. Compliment people. It's not that freaking hard, okay?
For
Like,
real.
hope you have a wonderful day. Oh my God, you have such nice shoes. Oh, I love your smile. It does not take, you don't have to sit there and write a freaking paragraph or essay. Like, just be nice, spread positivity, spread a lot of love, do your research, and just stay healthy. Like, you guys are always on our minds. And seriously, we just want you guys to be safe. whether we have the same
Yeah.
opinions or not. Like, just be safe, you know?
And honestly, always just respect each other's opinions. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like now we're just trying to shove down each other's throat what we feel, and it's like, if you want to voice what you feel, there's a certain way to do it. You don't have to be yelling at each other looking crazy. Like, I think that just defeats the purpose of having a conversation. Like, at that point it's a yelling match. And so we
Yeah.
have to take it upon ourselves to be like, you know what, let's sit down, have a conversation. We may see eye to eye, we may not, we may agree on some things and we may not, and that's okay. That is what it's
Mm-hmm.
about. You can't expect people from all different types of people to have the same mindset on every single thing. That's not
Yeah.
realistic,
Yeah.
especially in our society now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not
Yeah.
realistic. So
Yeah.
take it a day by day thing, guys. If you don't want to get the vaccine, okay, I support you. If you do want to get it, I support you too. Like, I understand. I just personally won't get it. And I would love to hear from whoever does get it, actually, because I want to know, like, how's it going for you, like, because I've gotten the HPV vaccine. I've gotten what's the other one? The one I remember that, like, the most, like, the last one I took was the HPV one. That's
I
supposed
don't
to
even
help
remember
you
which ones
against
I took.
cervix cancer or something like that.
Oh, I think the last one I took was in high school. I remember,
Really?
like, I couldn't go to school for a day because they were like, "Oh, you don't have the shot," and I had to go get it. But I don't think I've ever gotten another one. Maybe in college, but I don't ever remember getting like a vaccine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Mm,
know.
I know. My mom thinks I'm crazy because I don't want to vaccinate my kids, actually. She's like,
Oh,
girl. And I was
really?
like, Mom, my test trial baby, be careful. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'll give you a final answer. Let me see my test trial baby. How's she doing?
We still got years for that. It's okay.
Yeah. Period. I still got a good 20 years from now. Alrighty, guys. Well, we love you so much. Thanks for always staying tuned. Also, before we go, I want to say shout out to everyone that donated to the toy drive.
Yes.
Yo, pretty soon we're gonna be posting a video of all the
Yeah.
stuff that we got. Guys, we
Y'all
got some
came
good
through with
stuff.
the donations, guys. Like,
Yeah, for
honestly,
real.
Britt and I were doing the math, and it was just like, whoa, like it exceeded our expectations. Honestly, like,
By a lot.
just stay tuned for that
Yeah.
video because we're gonna drop the video soon. But literally, you guys, it's amazing. Like, so like these kids are gonna get a toy for Christmas, and I know, like, to us it may not be like, oh, okay, whatever, it's a toy, but to them it's a big deal. Hopefully
Yeah.
you remember what it was like to open a gift on Christmas in your house.
Oh
Like,
my god,
this is a
yeah. And
shelter. Like, they don't live in a home. They were taking um just shit went down in their lives, at a that like
mhm.
super young age. And yeah, like, just thank you. Like, just know, me and Britt appreciate y'all. Like, for real, you
Oh,
guys are
you
such, like, we were
smart.
talking about it, like,
You faithful,
fight
you
for us.
loyal.
Like,
We
hell
literally love
yeah.
you
You guys
guys.
are
Like,
homies. Like,
for
y'all are
real.
fucking homies. Like,
Yeah.
just thank you. We love you. Like, I wish I could give you guys a hug, but that will be coming soon, bro. Soon, I know we're all gonna link the fuck up and we're gonna hug it
Bro,
out. You know, it's gonna be
be
lit.
prepared.
But
It is. It is.
yeah,
It is. It is.
yeah.
Like, my favorite Walter Mercado. What is it? What does he
Mucho,
say?
mucho.
He says, oh no, he
Huh?
goes, no, how is it? Is it mucho, mucho, mucho?
Oh, I don't even know how he does
Amor.
it.
He does something
Yeah,
like that.
with his
But
hands.
yeah,
R.I.P. to the goat.
oh, I love that man. Literally my abuelo. I don't care what anybody says.
I
That is
know.
my abuelo.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much again. Thanks for always staying tuned. And check
Yep.
out Las Chicas del Barrio past episodes on YouTube, Spotify, podcasts,
Apple Podcast. Yeah.
Anchor, all of the above. Just check us out. If you catch up on us,
Period.
and stay tuned because we have some cool ass shit coming up soon.
Hell
Okay?
yeah. Hella
That's
cool
all I gotta
shit.
say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep
So
up
we
with
love
us,
you guys.
guys.
Bye. Be safe.
Bye.
Oh, Instagram.
Dead.